The Democratic Republic of the Congo has repeatedly experienced political upheavals. Numerous difficulties have been experienced by the nation, such as power struggles, disputes, and problems with the government. These crises have significantly impacted the nation's stability and development. Positive changes have occurred in the Democratic Republic of Congo in recent years, such as the orderly handover of power in 2019 between President Felix Tshisekedi and Joseph Kabila. Nonetheless, political obstacles continue to exist, including the requirement for institutional changes, dealing with human rights violations, and encouraging inclusive governance. The nation's political environment is still complicated, with many players fighting for control and influence. In a recent turn of events, the Army of the Democratic Republic of Congo reported that on May 19, it repelled a coup attempt in Kinshasa, the country's capital, which involved both foreign and Congolese fighters. At least 3 people were terminated following the gunfight between armed men dressed in military uniforms and the bodyguards of a prominent politician. The House of Parliamentarian Vital Kamerhe, who is expected to become Speaker, was attacked. Gunfire rang out around 4 a.m. in the capital Kinshasa, according to spokesman Sylvain Ekenge. He said that during the attack on the Palais de la Nation, Malanga was conclusively neutralized, and that during the attack on Vital Kamerhe's residence, a certain Abubakar was neutralized, and the remaining individuals, approximately 50 in number, including 3 Americans, were arrested and are presently being questioned by the Armed Forces Specialized Services. Ekenge named Christian Malanga, a US-based Congolese politician, as the leader of the attempted coup. He said Malanga first attempted and aborted a coup in 2017, and that one of the American citizens arrested was Malanga's son. In a social media post, U.S. Ambassador Lucy Tamlin expressed her great concern over rumors that U.S. people may have been involved in the events. Please be assured that we will cooperate with the DRC authorities to the fullest extent as they investigate these criminal acts and hold accountable any U.S. citizen involved in criminal acts, she stated. Before this, the U.S. Embassy had released a security alert, alerting people to the continued actions of DRC security personnel, as well as reports of shooting nearby. In a post on the X app, the head of the UN stabilization mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Bintou Keita, vehemently denounced the incidents and pledged her support to the Congolese authorities. Bear in mind that Tshisekedi was re-elected for a second term as president in December, but has yet to name a government 6 weeks after appointing a prime minister. President Tshisekedi has not made any public comment on the situation concerning the coup yet. African Union Chair Moussa Faki said he strongly condemns the coup attempt and welcomed the response of the country's defense and security forces. DR Congo has a large population and abundant mineral resources, yet despite this, most people's lives have not improved because of the country's ongoing violence, corruption, and bad governance. The majority of the nation's natural riches are found in the east, where conflict persists despite efforts by Mr. Tshisekedi to address it by establishing a state of siege, signing peace agreements, and deploying troops from the region. Bear in mind that the president's military actions during his first term included the proclamation of a state of siege in the North Kivu and Ituri provinces in 2021. He replaced the local civil government with military leaders to bring order back to the districts. In addition, the president launched a disarmament campaign to help former members of armed organizations reintegrate into society and promoted a recruitment drive that resulted in thousands of young people enlisting in the army. Despite Mr. Tshisekedi's insistence that these programs have produced results, critics point out that they have not succeeded in curbing hostilities in the east. In November, he reported to Parliament that there had been improvements in inter-community tensions, the re-establishment of state authority, and a reduction of cross-border mining and customs fraud which fuels conflicts. According to the president, displacing the East African force that was established to quell the strife in the Democratic Republic of the Congo with a Southern African force will also serve to lower instability. Note that the security situation in the mineral-rich eastern area of the Democratic Republic of the Congo has once again come to the attention of the international community due to escalating tensions there. Thousands of residents have been forced to abandon their homes in the unstable North Kivu province of the country, taking what little they can with them. The conflict is between the M23 rebel group and the Congolese armed forces. Since January, hundreds of thousands have been displaced and dozens of people have lost their lives. There are concerns that an advancing M23 could soon take control of Goma, the regional capital of the Congo, which is home to around 2 million people and over 500,000 displaced people seeking safety there. This would deal a potentially fatal blow to the Congolese government's authority over the region, at a time when they are dealing already with an attempted coup. The DRC has been embroiled in violence for more than 30 years, and a wide range of individuals, as well as complicated and ingrained reasons, contribute to its instability. In addition to the M23, several other armed organizations, Congolese citizens and foreign forces are engaged in a power struggle, primarily in the eastern region of the nation. The situation also involves a few of Kinshasa's neighbors. Since 1996, over 6 million people have lost their lives, and over 6 million people are still internally displaced in the Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo. The UN peacekeeping mission MONUSCO, which has 12,379 troops and over 5,000 extra civilian staff, is one of the largest and most costly UN deployments ever. However, MONUSCO is so unpopular in the DRC that people believe it has little or no effect. Violent demonstrations demanding its withdrawal broke out in 2022 in response to further M23 attacks. During the rioting, 4 peacekeepers and at least 32 civilians passed away. Government officials, too, repeatedly called for their exit. The ongoing situation has been exacerbated by mineral resources for a long time, with different armed factions fighting for control of profitable gold and diamond mines and using the profits to finance battles. Leaders of these groups have been charged with targeting and taking advantage of mining towns, as well as using child labor in the mines. Note that the DRC minerals were robbed by Rwandan and Ugandan troops during the civil conflicts, but only Kampala was ordered by the International Court of Justice to make up for the financial harm done. After the M23 revival in 2022, tensions between Presidents Tshisekedi and Kagame have increased. While running for re-election in December, Tshisekedi referred to Kagame as Hitler and made threats of total war. Rwanda has been charged by Kinshasa, the UN, and the US with backing M23. Rwanda, on the other hand, accuses Kinshasa of arming the Hutu militia known as the FDLR, which emerged from the civil wars and is currently assaulting Rwanda. When anti-Rwanda riots broke out in Goma in February, protesters set fire to both Rwandan and Western flags that they believed supported Kigali. There are fears of a wider regional conflict stemming from the deteriorating relationships. Already, Kenya and Kinshasa had a heated row in December 2023 after a Congolese opposition candidate met with Congolese rebel forces in Nairobi. After this attempted coup, many people have taken their thoughts to their social media accounts. Some believe that weak governance in the DRC has paved the way for more than 120 armed groups to operate in eastern DRC. This includes the M23 group and the Islamic State-affiliated Allied Democratic Forces, which has escalated attacks throughout 2023, with reports of an increase in violence. They believe that the coup could help change some particular things in the country. The surprising discovery that the DRC army put down the attempt involving US citizens brings to light the intricate dynamics and web of global politics. This incident is a sobering reminder that attempts to topple governments and engage in political power struggles can attract players from other countries and transcend national boundaries. There are many unanswered concerns regarding the goals and objectives behind the alleged involvement of US individuals in the attempt. It calls into question our presumptions on the function of strong states and their engagement in other nations' internal affairs. It also emphasizes how important it is for countries to work together and exercise increased caution in order to counteract these dangers to stability and democracy. The DRC Army's prompt action in foiling the coup attempt highlights how crucial a robust and effective security infrastructure is to maintaining a country's sovereignty and democratic ideals. It is evidence of the military force's devotion and commitment to defending the rights of the Congolese people. Furthermore, this incident ought to stimulate a more thorough investigation of the fundamental causes of political instability and discontent in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It emphasizes the necessity of extensive reforms to address the underlying causes of conflicts and stop such instances from happening again in the future, both locally and globally. If this coup attempt could reach this stage, then the president should know now that he has much to still do. The DRC government must collaborate closely with its international partners, including the US, to look into the circumstances underlying the involvement of US individuals in the wake of this failed coup. By working together, they can make sure that justice is done and those who planned the coup are held accountable. Do you think the coup attempt amid political crises will throw DR Congo into chaos? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the new Tourist channel. Turn on notifications too so you get notified whenever we upload videos like this. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.